Welcome everyone and welcome to Cars of Holland channel for a new owner review. Hello Sacha, and thank you for accepting the invitation. Could you please tell me since when you have the car and why did you choose it?
Yeah, thanks for having me. I bought the car about 2 years ago on my birthday, and I was looking for a new car at the time. And we were eating at KFC with a group of friends, and I was scrolling on the site, and I saw a Lancer Evolution, and I thought it fits in my budget, and I bought one. So no regrets since then. It's an awesome car, fast, explosive, handles nice, sounds great.
And that is stuck, or did you modify your motor?
The previous engine blew up, so I had to buy a new one. That's in now, and it's running about 305 horsepower at the moment. I wanted about 380 horsepower.
Is that the only car you have?
No, I actually have a daily, and that's a Honda Civic. This car is really expensive with the fuel. It isn't really fuel efficient. Every other day I have to put about 80 euros of benzene in it. That's a lot. So I drive a Honda Civic. It's cheap, fuel efficient, and actually a fun car too. Pretty fast for what it is. So,
what are the things you love about this car?
well, power, how it comes on the power. It's not instantly. It takes a while, about 2.5k RPM. Then the turbo really spools up, and then you have all the power till the end of the red line. The way it handles, it's not. It doesn't have a really tight turning signal radius, but it turns really well, and the grip on this car is amazing. It's all-wheel drive, so you can really floor it through the corners and almost not have to worry about losing traction at all.
There are also things you don't like about it.
The fuel consumption, but yeah, that's I cannot do a thing about it. It's only getting worse as with more I do it. I want the engine. If I bought another engine also after I bought this engine, and that engine is gonna be built, full built. I'm looking around 800 horsepower then. So yeah, that's probably going to drive one-on-one on the fuel consumption side. And yeah, the seats, I do not like the seats in the front, at least the driver's seat. It hugs you, but it's not tight enough. You can still move around in it. And I want to track this car on the circuit, and then the seats aren't the greatest. But other than that, it's an awesome car. It's reliable.
Would you recommend to someone else?
Yes and no. If you can buy it at this time, they are really expensive to buy. Do it. It's an awesome car. But if you want something comfortable, quiet, reasonably economical, don't buy these types of cars.
Do you have any tips and tricks?
If you want a car like this,
yes,
learn to work on cars yourself. That saves a lot of money. Yeah, and get a good job, because these cars really want maintenance, and they have expensive maintenance. So you gotta, a friend of mine always says, if you look for a car, the car will look back for you.
And I see that your car, the steering wheel, it's on the right side.
Yeah,
Did you buy it in England?
No, it's Japanese. They drive on the right side in Japan. They work in kilometers, so that's just normal European, but it's right and drive.
And if something, let's say it's broke, or if you need to go for an
for parts, I have.
You go to Mitsubishi.
Yes,
direct,
I have. They can give you a lot of original parts, and I have in England you can get a lot of these parts for these cars, engines, name it, they have it. Or I have a person in Belgium that's usually I get my parts from there, because it's, if I need to get it, it's more I can get there quicker than to England.
Okay. And how many kilometers did you drive until now?
I think about about 8,000 kilometers since I bought it.
Yeah, because you say that it's not your daily car.
No,
so
no, and the engine broke about a year ago, so it was sitting still in the garage then. So that's no kilometers, no driving in the car.
What is the top speed of the car?
I have completely filled the meter, so that's about 210 kilometers, and it wants to go faster, so I don't know.
So you need a new meter.
Yeah, they have one that goes to about 260 kilometers an hour. Maybe I'll buy that, but we'll see. Maybe I'll go digital dashboard, so everything's digital and modernized.
Oh, that should be cool. You can see more things in front of your...
These things can go away then. That's done in that display. So that cleans up the dashboard. But it's expensive and it's race car, so that's pretty cool.
So yeah, you can explain if you change things.
Oh, hard in here. Sports intake filter. It's from HKS. Almost everything in here is from HKS or OEM. So we have a Evo 9 turbo that spools a bit quicker and holds boost a bit longer. HKS timing belt and cookies and name it, it's on there. Bigger battery, because this car does like to eat battery. Fuel pressure regulator. Apart from that, basically stock. So nothing real crazy yet.
And other stuff like
on the outside.
Outside, yeah.
I know these headlights aren't original. They are single piece headlights. The stocks are two piece with the blinkers, and the headlights themselves are apart, and they are not black housings, so those aren't original. And these two big holes, they should be fog lights. One broke, the glass. It's not really broken, but it's, lots of stones hit it and all pieces out of them. So I took them out. I want a new front bumper anyway, so kind of looks funky at the moment, but it works. Other than that, I know the wheels aren't original. I don't like them really much for the looks. I want different ones for them. It's HKS Catback silent high power. It quieted it down. Before this, I had the 3-inch from the turbo to the end tip that was just nauseously loud. When you're driving about 100 kilometers an hour, it was blowing your ears out. So I went with this. It sounds amazing. Not too much, not too little. It's perfect.
You have the perfect balance.
Yes. If you want to hear it, it's there. But if you want to cruise 100, 120 kilometers an hour, it's quiet.
This,
no, that's just that the previous owner put it on there. I like it, so I'm not gonna take it off.
It's for the aerodynamic?
No,
you don't
it's
know it.
perfect, just for looks. This, also this fuse is also for looks. Maybe it does something,
But you said that you are not finished yet.
No.
It's work in progress, so you are waiting until everything is done.
I drive it between everything I do. I mean, the exhaust changed, drive it again. I'm waiting for a new coilover set to lower it a couple of centimeters. Then I'm going to work on the body underneath, so all the rust spots are going away. Then I'm going to repaint it in a darker shade of grey. And then I'm going back to the engine again. And then I'm going to the interior. I do not know if I want to keep the back seats or I want to put the roll cage in it. There are roll cages that you can still sit in the back somewhat. It's not the most comfortable thing, but it's possible. The front seats are probably gonna change for full bucket seats. So.
And the car you buy it here in Netherlands?
Yes, from someone in Brabant.
Okay.
I was the first car I looked at was a 4. That was at a company, and I asked to go back in the weekend with some tests and to put the car on a bridge, so I can look underneath for rust and stuff like that. And about an hour before I wanted to go, he sent me an email that the car was sold. So I was pretty. I mean, I had the appointment. So I was pretty mad. And my dad found this car at someone, a private owner. We went straight away to this one. He was pissed actually.
Karma, huh?
Yeah, that's karma. Yeah.
First you're like shit.
Yeah.
I read it and now.
It was at in the back of the houses, zeg maar. Yeah, at some garages. And he came there. He saw me and my dad and the owner of the previous owner of this car. And he drove. He turned it around and drove away like a madman. So we didn't think he was pretty.
And it was almost the same car, the one that
color,
you miss
yes,
it of.
But it was a 4, so it's a little bit narrower. This one looks more aggressive.
Sure, more happier with that one than if you get the other one.
Yeah, the other one that I wanted to buy a couple months ago, it catched fire on the highway, so that's a parts car at the moment. So I'm happy that I did not buy that one. Then you can say that the engine of this car broke, but that's fixable. A fire is not fixable.
If it's so you don't have any regrets that you.
No.
And
no.
Is that one your dream car, or do you have another one?
I really like the newer Evos. I think I'm going for that one as the dream car, but this is awesome too. If everything goes well, I'm planning to import a Lancer Evolution 8 myself from Japan. So.
Oh, from Japan, really?
Yeah, straight from Japan. No middle ground, no middle persons. Just.
And do you want a new one of? Can be also second hand, but
they
from
are
Japan.
second hand. Sometimes you can find one at the dealer shop still, but they are really expensive. You can buy a really nice car from that. So maybe if the right one just pops up for the right price, I'll buy it. But if not, second hand it is. If it's still, hopefully it's still stock, mostly stock. Because these cars get modded like hell sometimes, and it's not wrong, but sometimes people really go budget on stuff. What I think of, you shouldn't budget on that. You should put a bit more money in there.
Would you switch to an electric car?
Like the electric cars, they are really powerful, fast, new. That's also something to say.
Now you have instant power.
Yeah, you have instant power, yeah. But this is different to drive. This is, yeah, more like a toy in comparison to electric cars. You don't have, I only have ABS, no traction control, no stability control. So And in electric cars you have all kinds of safety. But 9 out of 10 cops say it's a nice car. Sometimes call it the wrong car.
What they are saying?
Subarus. That I get heard a lot. Skyline.
Thank you very much, Sacha.
Yeah, no problem. It was a pleasure to be here.
Don't forget to subscribe, like and leave a comment below. See you soon.